What's goody, Shellitronnn here. You can call me Shells, and I'm back again with a brand new video, and I'm gonna keep it a Bowberry biscuit. I have never been so wrong in my life. I thought after watching these two games, only two games in the 2020 NFL season, one game that was very winnable against the Raiders, and a second game where I really couldn't see very much positive things out of this Panthers team, I thought to myself, okay, well, things really couldn't get worse. I woke up this morning, checked my timeline, and wondered why I opened up my mouth. I saw this tweet right here from Adam Schefter saying Panthers running back Christian McCaffrey is expected to be sidelined multiple weeks with an ankle injury he suffered Sunday, per source. Now, if you'll remember, Christian McCaffrey did get hurt in this game against the Bucs, and at first it looked like he was kind of all right when he was on the sideline. It looked like he was walking around under his own weight. You know, he didn't need any help. I didn't see crutches. I didn't see him really holding on to coaches on the sideline. They showed him for a little bit. So I figured, okay, he's just a little bit, dinged up. We've seen him go out before. But the point is, we saw C-Mac 100% healthy, ready to practice, ready to go. And the very next week, he did what he always does, and that is show up for games, ready to go, ready to have that heavy workload that the Panthers love to put on Christian McCaffrey's back. That was not the case. He got an MRI. And in this update from Ian Rappaport, in his tweet, he said, source, Panthers running back Christian McCaffrey is out 4 to 6 weeks with a high ankle sprain. This is following his MRI. Brutal news. Let me tell you something right now. If this Carolina Panthers team had any hope of winning a single game this season, it would be behind the efforts and on top of the back of one Christian McCaffrey on this team's offense. With Christian McCaffrey not in the lineup, you have to wonder just how reasonable it is for these Carolina Panthers to win a single game in the yet to be confirmed 4 to 6 weeks, which is the usual amount of time it takes to come back from a high ankle sprain. In that time period, how many games do you believe the Carolina Panthers can win without Christian McCaffrey? Because we've seen how this team looks with him. And that has nothing to do with C-Mac himself. C-Mac is a very great player, stuck in a bad situation, which, if I can go off on a tangent here, is why I was loving what I saw from Cam up in New England, because on this team, Cam can't do those things in Carolina. Not with our O-line, not with our defense, not with the coaching staff and everyone trying to figure out exactly what they want to do. I am glad that Cam is in a situation where he can actually win at some point, either this year or next year. I'm not sure that Cam would have been in that situation here. And I don't mean just now. I mean now, next year, and even possibly in 3 years, because you have to assume and pray that Marty Hurney's draft picks and his free agent signings are going to hit. Now, do you believe in that? I'll let you answer that. I don't want to get too deep into all that. It looks like C-Mac is stuck in a very weird situation where he's getting paid, but I don't know just how much he's going to be winning on this team right now. And without Christian McCaffrey, the likelihood of us winning very many games in the next 4 to 6 weeks shot down by 1 billion. I mean, this is going to be the most astronomical numbers you're ever going to see out of opposing teams' defenses. You don't have to worry about C-Mac anymore. He's not just a running back. He's also a receiving threat. And he's not just a receiving threat out of the backfield. He's a receiving threat in the slot. And you've seen him lined up on the outside, out wide. Christian McCaffrey is the centerpiece of this Carolina Panthers offense. Christian McCaffrey is the centerpiece of this Carolina Panthers team, of the franchise. He is the face of this franchise. If you ask someone who plays for the Carolina Panthers, the very first name they're going to say is Christian McCaffrey. Then they're going to have to start racking their brain talking about, okay, then there's, they signed Teddy Bridgewater, right? Didn't they sign Teddy I think they signed Teddy Bridgewater. Okay, then there's, they had that receiver who I think had 1,000. I don't know his name really. If you ask someone who does not follow the Panthers and outside the Panthers fan base, they probably could not name more than 3 or 4 players on this team. Most can probably only name 2. But the one player they can for sure tell you who plays for the black and blue is Christian McCaffrey. That's an easy one. He might be the only real household name on this team. This is going to be a very trying time for the Panthers as a team, for the Panthers fan base. Check it out, bro. This is going to really test who the fans are because there is no longer a face of the franchise here. Cam's gone, Luke's gone, TD's gone, Pep's gone, James Bradbury's gone. A lot of these dudes are gone. C-Mac can't play for a month. What is the identity of the Carolina Panthers? I don't think there's any team in the league right now who could realistically lose all their games and go 0-16, although the Jets are pretty close, but we're going to come as close as the Jets. Look, it's looking really bad right now, and I wish I could come over here and say, it's going to be all right. Mike Davis, you got Reggie Bonifant. We're going to be okay for the next 4 to 6 weeks. I'm not so sure I can call a win at all for the amount of time that Christian McCaffrey is not on the field. There was already some questions about the offense. There's a ton of questions about the defense. And if you don't have Christian McCaffrey, defensive coordinators have to worry about so much less. You can really key in on Teddy Bridgewater and shutting down some receivers here because there's no C-Mac. The pass game, the run game is completely neutered without C-Mac. So we're really going to see Joe Brady, Matt Rule, are you really worth all that money we paid you? We're going to find out just how good they can adjust because we're going to need some huge adjustments. Some huge adjustments. That's all I got for you, man. It's an estimated 4 to 6 weeks, but I'm saying do not do what we did with Cam Newton. Do not rush Christian McCaffrey back. This is not a deep playoff run year. Do not rush this man back hoping to get an extra 1 or 2 wins under your belt and, putting that much pressure on him. Do not do that. Rushing him back in the hopes of keeping, hope alive of, I don't know what kind of hope you really have for this season, but rushing him back and risking an even longer term injury is a very bad move. And we saw that worked out with Cam Newton several times. It is what it is. So I got for you right now, man. Let me know all your thoughts about Christian McCaffrey, his injury. Is it going to be longer than 4 to 6 weeks? Do you think it's going to be shorter? Do you think we can win without him? And how long would you keep him out? Until he's 100%? Until he's 100% plus 1 week or plus 2 weeks? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. And you already know what to do with that like button.
Cheers to you, appreciate the chance. Been told y'all I been the man. Been told y'all I had the gift. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Real ones gonna recommend. Count this as another win.